and gentlemen, episode number 7 of Lights Out has arrived for your listening pleasure. Of course, brought to you by our friends at Metafy. Gotta always give Metafy a big shout out. Now, last week, some important details you might have been a part of. You know, we did a giveaway for the energy drink Juvie. So I wanted to shout out those winners real quick, just so everybody is aware. Calamanitos, Eternal or Master Wings, Jeffrey Lopez, and some guy named Steven Adrius. So congratulations to those 4 winners, and shouts to our friends at Juvie for sponsoring last week's episode. But yes, I'm not here alone. It's your boy EE. I got Cosmos on a much better setup. Light, who just fucked up his setup. What's going on?
Oh shit! I didn't even realize I
first
fucked
of
up my
all,
setup.
I want to mention that. Wait, what's going on? Wait, are you doing another giveaway?
No, it was just for that stream.
All right, well, let's say we're going to do another giveaway this stream, and this time I'll be giving away some special unannounced gift from Japan. Ooh. All you got to do is comment on this podcast video, and EE will pick a winner in next week's episode.
I like it. I like it a lot. There you go. Arigato, Cosmos. Thank you so much.
All Did you say you were a Japanese? What the heck is
that? I got lineage.
All right. I guess we're all giving something away now because I'm giving away something too. I'm giving away my time to you people. I am now streaming at Kick at light_S21. I'll be putting it in Phil's chat because I'm shilling today. And I am giving you the best thing in the world, because what could be better than my time? Because I have nothing else to do with it. Catch me at light_S21 on Kick, guys.
There it is.
You like that?
What? I think it's really good for our brands in general that we are comfortable being able to tap dance and chill. I think everybody would agree with that. Like, the only way that this podcast works is that we're able to find sustainable sources of revenue. Okay? And that's just because my cohorts here are very greedy people. So make sure you go and show them some love.
I'm literally here up
fully committed.
4 a.m. in Japan.
I love it.
I'm committed.
I love it. How we got to get the Cosmos Weekly Japanese update. How's things been?
I mean, it's been great. Every time I feel bad talking about it now, because I just feel bad that y'all can't experience it.
Hey.
That's part of the reason why I haven't been tweeting as much, because like I've just been like, damn, honestly, I feel like some people are upset that I'm enjoying it so much and they can't. I'm just like, I'm gonna just start enjoying myself. So I've just been enjoying myself. I've been still going out, going to a lot of places. Literally tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in like 8 hours from when we're recording this podcast, I'll be in Osaka because I'm going there for the first time. I'm going to a tournament, a very, very big tournament over there. It's probably going to be the biggest one I've been to in Japan so far. It's gonna have like a lot of international talent. Like Riddle's gonna be there, Lima's gonna be there, Mudace, Send, and like a lot of other international players, and very, very strong Japanese players like Kola, Mia, T, Shutan. You know, like the normal, very, very strong Japanese players. So I'm gonna be there for about 4 to 5 days, and then. Even though it feels like a very, very big tournament, and obviously I want to do very well, and in the back of my mind, I still have that it's still like kind of practice for the very big Japanese tournament that's coming up next weekend with this Kagaribi, because that's the main one that everybody is going to be watching, everybody's going to be caring about, because even Spargo's going to be there. So,
Kagaribs.
I've definitely been experiencing or enjoying myself in Japan, but my mind has kind of shifted a little bit more to be a little bit more Smash focused, because there's a lot more heavy hitters coming here now, and it's grind time now for Japanese Smash time.
I like that. You got to grind it out. Light, are you going to be attending any of those tournaments?
Any of the Japanese ones?
Yeah.
Hell no, I will not be. I don't know if you can tell this by now, but I'm retired. I quit about 2 months ago silently.
Okay. That's true.
No, I'm not going to any of the Japanese tournaments. I'm just kind of biding my time until Battle of BC. I actually just recently made a schedule of what tournaments I'll be going to for the next 2 months.
There it is. Let's hear it. Come on.
Yeah, it's going to be Battle BC, Momocon, Crown, and what's the other one? God, there's another one that's happening that's pretty big. Battle BC, Crown, Momocon. No, SmashCon's not in the next 2 months, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. The point is, I should be going to 2 majors for the next month and 2 majors for the month after that. So my major list is coming back. I have been trying to keep practice, but I think the routine is going to happen to me where I go to a tournament not fighting a top player in a while, probably get my ass beat, probably do bad, probably get pissed off, and then proceed to destroy the next 3 tournaments.
I mean, unfortunately, this time it's gonna have to be Tweek that's beating your ass in friendlies because I'm gonna be playing Japanese players. I'm a Japanese player now, bro.
Yeah, you are a Japanese player. I see a tweet like every day, like, I wish I could stay here, and I'm like, so stay, nigga.
I wish I could. You think it's that easy to fight a Japanese girl to get married? It's not that easy. I'm black. This is lights out.
Oh my god! You know what?
Okay,
I feel
first of all, they
being
probably
black,
like you more out there.
Yeah, exactly. Being black in Japan is probably like a delicacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like filet mignon in the hood. You don't see that shit.
Yo, I just tried filet mignon recently.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty good, but I like if in like a setting where like let's say like it's a barbecue spot, like a Japanese or Korean barbecue spot. I stay away from the filet mignon. I gotta have it like a nice steakhouse or something like that.
Okay, that's where I had it.
I actually wanted to say, since y'all said being black is like a delicacy, I actually wanted to mention that like I feel like so far I've been here for like a little bit over 3 weeks. I don't think I get so many DMs by people, probably because I've been tweeting all the time and people like want to know my experience in Japan. But I get so many DMs, but there's always one DM at least like every single day. It's like, how racist is it over there? Like do you experience the racism over there?
Oh my
Why
God.
do so many people want to know about that?
Hey man, I bet the DMs are lit on your Bumble too, huh? Why don't you show us that list real quick?
I don't have a list, like I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a saint.
Is there like there's got to be like a English to Japanese converter for like a dating app over there, right? Or do you just have to like
English
guess?
to Japanese converter
Or Japanese to English, whatever.
No. I mean, there is Bumble, but
do you see interracial couples over there? Is that a thing? Tell the truth, man. I feel like if a girl walked in with her black boyfriend, it'd be like you're dishonoring the family or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like if you see a girl with her black boyfriend, the girl is most likely a foreign girl also. So I feel like I've seen Japanese girls with white boyfriends. I've seen one with a Hispanic boyfriend. I don't think I've seen one with a black boyfriend yet.
Phil just wants to know if he has a chance.
How do I?
Me? I always got a chance, baby.
Don't worry, Phil. You got a chance. Take it from me.
Who? Holy shit, bro. All right, so speaking of Smash tournaments going on, we all saw, no secret, Samsora was at a tournament last week, and I'm pretty sure, Phil, you made a video about that. I watched part of it.
Yes.
I actually watched it.
Yeah, I watched that tournament, and let me tell you, it was a very interesting tournament. Kola took it. Kobe took it.
Kobe took it. Cola's a choke artist.
Choker. Yeah, he's a choker. He's on my team, and I can say that. He's a huge choker for that one.
How?
But we'll get into that in a minute. Samsora actually getting 7th place at that tournament, I'm pretty sure. And he played he placed 1 placing below his seed.
He was 7th seed.
He got 7.
Yeah, and everybody thought he was going to probably do much worse. I can't tell if that was just hate or like people genuinely thought that. But watching his play myself, I thought the neutral was fine. I thought the corner pressure was fine. I think he completely forgot how to play this game in a lot of scenarios, though. Like, there was a lot of ugly play. Given he has not competed a lot, but like, some of that play was disgusting.
I mean, I wouldn't say he forgot how to play the game. I just feel like, it happens to every single person whenever, and it scales the more you're not in tournaments. Being in tournament is completely different from playing in So if you are, because I've heard that Samsora has been like still practicing and playing the game like relatively consistently, at least like for fun, or whether he thinks he's gonna compete, I have no idea because I don't talk to him, but I've heard that he's been playing the game, so I feel like he probably still has it. It's just playing in tournament is a completely different beast, and playing in locals versus playing in majors or regionals is are 3 different tiers. So he probably still has it in general. I'll be completely honest. If you have it, it's very hard to lose it. But playing in bracket, you definitely would have to ramp up and play in a lot of bracket to experience the pressure again, to be able to execute how you usually do under that pressure like you did in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it in my video real quick. I said that I know he'd been playing at he had some wins over like Jen and like Tilde. So I know like of last year he was playing. It was interesting, like to still like not even have that consistent high level practice in person, I want to say, and still pull off like absolutely shit on Anathema and then, you know, just get 7th place. Really, arguably, had he been a little bit more polished, probably would have beat Zamba too. He made some crazy comebacks against Zamba. You know what I mean? So it was interesting to see like even somebody's absence that long from like a high profile event could still perform. I mean, this guy was undisputed top 5 at one point in NA. You know what I'm saying? So
top 3.
It's very interesting.
Top 3.
Top 3. There you go. Even better. Like it's very interesting to see. I'll never forget when he beat Leo at that one shine. That shit was crazy. So I don't know if this is like a one-off, almost like a one-off, or if it's going to continue to be a thing. I said in my video, I was looking for community feedback in my video, and a lot of people were like, yeah, like, we'd like to see him play again. A lot of people were like, nah, keep that ass banned, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, it'll be at the discretion of, like, the tournament organizers, I guess, but it definitely was a talking point. Very interesting, for sure.
From an analytical point of view, like, for people who care about that, his neutral was still really good. It definitely looked really good, and his corner pressure was where I thought he was getting a lot of like his mileage. It just felt like when it came to like those typical like Peach type conversions, like stuff that like, you know, Peach mains, they suffer, but they get through it. They know how to do it now. He was not there. And it could be because he doesn't have a lot of experience in like a regional to major level anymore. But like, you could definitely see where he was struggling and where he was thriving. It's just a few more touch-ups, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's top any big events.
That actually doesn't surprise me that you say that his corner pressure was like where he was basically might have been his best, because that's what I always felt like. I feel like back then, you and Leo were like the best at corner pressuring in the game, like before quarantine. So the fact that that's probably what was his saving grace and carrying him throughout the entire tournament does not surprise me. I also liked what you said, in your video, about how like for people who want, or tournament organizers who want Samsora to be at events, I feel like they would definitely have to not just make the decision themselves, but check with their community and how their
big time
state feels about it, or just people going to the tournament feel about it, like how comfortable they feel about it. Samsora being there, they definitely have to check about that and just not make the decision themselves, because I'm not sure if that's what the Florida tournament did. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure it was Florida, right?
Yeah, CFL.
I'm not sure if that's what they did, but I know that sometimes CFL can be unhinged, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just said Samsora.
Bro, oh my god, CFL is definitely unhinged. We'll get into that in a second. Yes. But the bracket was pretty good overall. I enjoyed watching it. I think I watched most of the top 8. Obviously, I was one of the people who were watching for Samsora, but when I saw my boy Kola and Goblin there, they had a pretty good set as well. Where Kola had to reverse. Winners, right? Yeah, they both had to. Kola had to reverse 3-0 Goblin. The thing about Kola's play is Kola was definitely known as a top 10 player at, you know, probably early to mid 2022.
Right after quarantine.
And right after quarantine as well. So the thing about Kola is you can definitely see it in his play. When he played against Kobe and he choked, when he had a comeback versus Goblin, even when he's at like other majors, it's definitely still in him, like that beast that's like, yo, I can destroy your stock and run away with this. But I don't know what it is. I feel like he's the type of player who needs to get like angry enough or get pushed. I feel like he doesn't just come in with the flame, which he needs to get better at. I feel like it's really weird.
I feel like for Kola, it's also a confidence thing, not a confidence thing in his play and his ability to be able to perform at the level that he feels like he should be performing. I feel like it's a confidence thing in his character choices, because he's always switching characters every now and then, and he's not sure whether he should be focusing on Cloud, focusing on Roy, playing Snake as a secondary, playing whoever else the fuck he wants to play. And in this game, if you do not have confidence in your character, you will suffer. you will absolutely suffer. It doesn't even matter if you're playing a top tier, a high tier, or a mid-high tier. You need to have confidence in your character, or else people will punish you for it. People will smell it and they will take the blood from you.
Yeah, that's definitely why he lost in Winners Finals, where he doubted his Roy and he switched to Cloud. I think the Cloud used to work, but I think at this point in time where he's just doing good with Roy, I think if you're using, I'm pretty sure Youngling Cloud is a terrible matchup. So I'm like,
Youngling's worst matchup.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, you lost that. I'm like, I think at this point you need to just lock into your Roy because your Roy's phenomenal if you just believe in it. And then on top of that, you need to just be confident because he had a 5-game lead on Kobe and just choked it. And I was honestly surprised.
I don't understand how somebody of that caliber. I think what he needs to do if he's going to mess around with the Cloud, it almost feels like he needs to play it how like Spargo does, right? Like he'll play Cloud 90% of the time and then Aegis 10%, right? Maybe he needs to just invest the 90% into the Cloud since the Roy is kind of already there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just like food for thought on how he wants to do it. But I know he's got it in him.
I mean, Cloud like isn't. I mean, I don't play Cloud obviously, but it seems like Cloud isn't a high demand character. And I feel like he is. You think Cloud is a high demand character?
100% he's a high demand character. He's like not as easy as people make him out to be. There's a lot of scenarios that he struggles with. And that's why I think Spargo's the only one who's really doing it. Of course, you see people like Enhanced PV. He's actually really good, the player from Maryland. I think he's pretty fucking good. But I do think he's a character in high demand. And it's not even just that. We're just in a meta where people are getting better and better that you kind of do need to lock into a character, you know?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone could be that high up with counter picking, you know?
That's why we are already lucky. We know the ways of solo maining.
True.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, overall though. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I was gonna wait to bring this up. I guess it's a perfect segue. I saw Light tweeting that he's considering maining Wolf or some shit. What's going on with that, player? What's with that? Okay. You don't believe in the Fox? You're starting to sound like Charles.
No, it has nothing to do with not believing in the Fox. I mean, we've been playing this game for like 5 years now, and I've been a full-time dedicated Fox main. And I've just, Wolf is a fun character. Wolf mains are pussies. You're all pussies. You all think that your character's terrible, and I 100% believe that I can do it better than all of you. And I believe that with Fox, and I believe it with Wolf too. Like, you guys are literally just a repeat of the Fox generation where everyone said Fox sucked. I mean, even I said Fox sucked, but I still stuck with him because I believe I could do it with the character. Like, I'm just tired of the complaints. I'm tired of the bullshit. It's not the character, it's you. And I do think I could do it. Now, the question is, do I really want to give up being a top 5 player in the world to try to go up the ladder again with a new character? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. So I'm going to disrespectfully sit at the top of a throne talking shit to them and doing nothing about it. I've made that decision already.
Well, before I ask the other question, do you think you could go higher with Wolf than Fox?
I think I can get around the same level with Wolf than Fox.
So you don't think you can go higher?
I don't know if I can go higher.
So then there's honestly no real point in playing Wolf.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like, do I really have... Like, I do think I can get just as high, if not, maybe a little higher, a little lower. The thing is, I think I can still go up with Fox, so why would I stop? You know? Yeah. I can still definitely go up. When I do bad in brackets, it's mainly due to the fact that I just didn't give it my all at home, and I didn't, put the effort in. So it's like, if I'm not even putting my all into Fox, would I even put it into Wolf? Given I think Wolf is less demanding than Fox. Not because he's an easier character, it's because he's a slower character. And slower characters are just easier to not miss input with, you know? But, I still got shit I should do with Fox. Now, I was thinking about entering a coin box with Wolf, you know? Because, I don't know if I do good. I need tournament experience. But
Wolf is definitely better than Fox on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, for sure. So I've been thinking about doing that. I was thinking about doing it today, but I don't think I am because I might have to go out after this podcast.
All right, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
What happened to Greninja?
Greninja? I never mained him.
Yeah, but you had talked about how you've always wanted to maybe play Greninja and you thought he was a top 10 character. And
Greninja's too similar to Fox. Like, Wolf and Fox have different attributes.
Well, you call Greninja better Fox.
I definitely did.
multiple times.
Damn,
Okay,
you
I
did
don't
not
know.
heard
Right
that
now.
shit.
Okay,
What the hell?
well, I still think Greninja is broken, but I don't think he's better than Fox anymore. If that makes you feel better.
All right.
Yeah, I still think he's broken. I think he's really good, and I think that character is undiscovered as well. But I don't think he's better than Fox at this point.
Okay.
Wolf and Fox, I think they're near each other. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. You know who else has opinions? And I'm gonna say fuck you to Tweek. Fuck you, Tweek.
Whoa, what Tweek? Why Tweek catching a stray? What the heck?
You all seen it. I know you all seen that. I know you all seen that shit where Tweek was like, do you know how many people I've talked to about Kazuya and Steve being banned, and they said they don't want him to be banned? None of them. First of all, you are capping out your.
Yeah, I don't know who he talked to.
We don't talk to anyone.
Oh no, not Tweek on blast.
Tweek is not talking.
Tweek is not talking. If it ain't on the podcast, he is not talking.
I don't know, because he definitely asked me, and I definitely said no.
We were together, right? We were together when he asked us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've said a lot of different things, so of course I can't like go back to them, but I can tell you more times than I've said the other one, like not as a joke. Steve, we've talked about it on the podcast. Probably should be banned. I don't really want him to because I want to fight. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be like, oh, you're only better because Steve Mains like can't play the game. Like I even tweeted at Kola like before I got off Twitter, and I was like, yo, I want to fight you again because I want them to be unbanned in that regard. And then I'm not complaining about Kazuya. I'm like 7-2 on riddles. Like I have not complained about that character that much. He's broken, but I don't think he should be banned. I don't know who he's talking to because it ain't me and it ain't Cosmos.
I don't think there's a single person that we've talked to that said Kazuya should be banned. I don't.
Not
like
at all.
I was literally. He definitely. I feel like. You know what? Lights Out's kind of, rivaling Tweek talks. I feel like he's trying to get some controversy started. You know what I'm saying?
What a guy.
We did not discuss this before we went live, by the way, folks. This is not manufactured. I don't know what he's talking about.
This is all trolling. This is all
Bro, I saw that shit and I was like, he's giving the people what they want, bro. Because you already know if a top player comes out and they're like, I don't want the character to be banned, lower level players and fans are gonna be like, you're lying. But since he's like, nah, everyone wants him to be banned, they're like, Tweek has to be telling the truth. That man's lying, bro. I never said that.
Yeah, I mean, I at first definitely, I was a bandwagoner at first because I never said Kazuya should be banned ever, not once. I did say that I feel like we should experiment with a Steve ban.
Yeah,
and I definitely personally backpedaled because I don't believe that anymore, especially after playing against Steve a lot more. Seeing Steve's results, people like to cherry pick a lot, honestly, because they talk about how, I think it was SmashCon or something, it was like Steve in top 64, there was like 8 of them or something, but then you go to like top 32, there's like 3 or 2. So they just be cherry pick results to make what they want, to make their story more believable about Steve, being completely toxic and taking over the meta and everything. But it's weird because it's hard to believe or talk about things from specific levels because obviously we mainly see things at top level because that's where we play and that's like where our eyes go. So we can't completely talk for casuals or like the lower scene or like the mid scene or local scene and how scenes are doing, but it does not feel like Steve should be ban worthy. Like I watch a lot of levels of Smash. I don't see Steve taking over any level of Smash. Like even the local scene, I don't hear about Steve's winning multiple locals. I don't hear about Steve's being oversaturated in multiple locals.
Yep.
Like Bayonetta was or Meta Knight was.
So as my point of view, for someone who can kind of speak on a local level, because I have attended all of my locals before I moved. And I also, fun fact, just went to my local last week. I went back to Connecticut and I played there. The person who played Steve in my local, literally, he switched off Steve because he wanted to play Pikachu. And he's like, yeah, I think I could do it with Steve. But like, I think like my character more is Pikachu. And I think that like Steve, like, I don't want to be like known for just caring with Steve because I think I can do more. And then I have a Kazuya there as well, and I saw some people lose to him, and their reaction to like losing to Kazuya has never been like, "Fuck Kazuya." Their reaction to Kazuya is more like, or like when they lose, it's like, "Damn, like how'd I get hit by that dumb thing? Like I should have done better there." So like in my local scene at least, I've seen people like it's not the character, it's more so just like me for both Steve and Kazuya. But I do think Tweek made a very good point where like. Again, I think I've talked about experimenting with banning Steve as well. But at the same time, I really rather keep them around because I don't want to be that guy who's only the best because I couldn't fight everyone. You know?
I agree. And I feel like this is also where the difference in where the game is played, like America versus Japan, like those are the two main regions. Obviously, like obviously Europe is very big and it's becoming bigger with like more talent coming out over there in Mexico and stuff like that. But the disparity between America and Japan, their work ethic, I believe, is different for the majority of people. Obviously, there's a lot of top players in America that work very hard and they practice a lot of matches. But I feel like a lot of people just it's not surprising whenever I see people want to ban because they kind of just don't really want to put the work in to figure out how to find counterplay for the character. But it really opened my eyes. That happened honestly today for me when I went over to Shuton's house to stream the online ladder and practice, which was very fun and also very stressful because playing Wi-Fi in Japan there are a lot of good players there. But afterwards, I finished streaming and I went downstairs and Shuton was playing with Proto Ban him, and they weren't even playing, they were just labbing out Steve counterplay, like with Lucina against Steve. And that just shows, and they were doing it for like an hour just talking about stuff. And like they were obviously saying like, yeah, Steve is broken. Steve is very strong. Steve is very strong. But it shows that like they were doing it while they were finding counterplay for Steve. And that's something that I very respect a lot because I feel like if you're going to want to find, if you're going to want a ban for the character, you're going to have to, at the very least, put in effort to find reasons why the character should be banned, because people are saying this character should be banned, but they don't back it up with any reason. They just say this character is very strong, this is very strong. They don't say, look at this, I tried this, nothing works, because obviously if you try a lot of things, you'll find a lot of counterplay for reasons why the character should not really be banned, like the Japanese players are.
No, that's a really good point as well.
It is. And Sonix made a really good tweet kind of like on this subject. I want to read real quick. He said, Steve and Kazuya getting banned when Bayo didn't is hilarious because I know for a fact that if he was as cookie cutter as Bayo was in Smash 4, everybody would pick him up, including the top players, and they would argue Steve and Kazuya isn't even winning every major event. I think that tweet has a lot of truth to it because I think especially Steve has a lot more layers to him than people want to give credit to. And it's not the same thing to me. I think, like, honestly, and I'm gonna sound like an old head here, and I don't really care. I am an old head. As we've gone through game from game and community from community, people have just gotten lazier. They just gotten softer, and that's just what it is. Like,
we get it, old timer. We get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Back in my day, I can't stand you motherfuckers who be on stage talking about, oh, I gotta take a bathroom break real quick. You know what I'm saying? You in grand finals or winners finals talking about I gotta go pee real quick. No. In EE's day, you did your business right there and you kept playing and you be polite and clean it up later. That's just what it is. And I said this before and I'm going to keep saying it. Stop being a pussy.
I don't think you've said that one before. I don't think you've said that one at all before. I don't think I would agree with that.
Do your business and keep it moving.
All right.
I got to know.
So, with that Sonix comment, I'm not going to lie. I agree with it, but I also disagree with that as well.
Me too.
There's also the argument where it's like, a lot of people liked Bayo because Bayo not only was broken, but she was also, she was fun for people to play.
She was very creative.
She was very fun and she was very creative. I do think Steve is decently cookie cutter to get some type of results with. I just think that, like, he's not like super cookie cutter.
But to win a huge tournament?
So I feel like Steve can be. I feel like Steve is comparable to Bayonetta to where on the local level, you can win Cookie Cutter just like Bayonetta could have won Cookie Cutter. But at a major level, Bayonetta could not win Cookie Cutter. Steve cannot win Cookie Cutter. But I feel like Kazuya is one of the most Cookie Cutter kind of characters in the game because he usually has one game plan, like hit you with.
Kazuya is dope. I don't know why people complain about that character. I think Kazuya is awesome.
He's funny to watch. That's why.
He's funny. Yeah, he's funny to watch. You're a commentator.
Yeah, you're damn right. Keep that nigga legal.
He is so funny to watch. But like he's Cookie Cutter because like even if he doesn't hit that combo, bro, his hits do like 20 per hit. Like that man is hurting you. But even so, it's like I think Kazuya has very clear-cut counterplay. Like it's very for me at least, his counterplay is very like whiff punishy, you know? Because and then for other people it's like edge guarding.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you have a cookie cutter game plan. Your counterplay is also cookie cutter because you only have one thing you have to worry about.
No, I completely agree with that as well. That's exactly why he should not be banned.
Why does this guy keep screwing up his camera? What's going on?
Because his light's out. His light's going
out.
No,
it's not because of that. It's because I don't know what's wrong with my OBS, but my OBS is like shutting off. I don't know why. I have to work on what's wrong with that. It's the first stream. It's going to be botched. I don't care.
Probably because you're on Kick. It's stuttering.
It's OBS. OBS is literally like closing.
It's kicking your ass.
It's kicking my ass.
He's got you there. But no, I mean...
Wait. You have a problem with Kick?
Who, me?
Yeah, you got a problem with Kick?
I got no problem with Kick. I think Kick's cool.
Okay, bet. Just making sure because I represent now.
Oh, okay.
You know?
I represent now. No Johns.
Yeah, no John. I represent now.
I'm waiting for that light Adin Ross co-stream. That's gonna be lit.
Oh no, I don't think my
Which
boss
minority will we hate on
one.
today?
No, I'll hate on Phil.
I'm out of here, folks.
Yo, Ada, come here. You know this guy? What a schmuck. Yeah, no. So for finals, I don't think either of them should be banned. Right. If we did experiment with Steve banning, I think that's fine, but probably not at this point, honestly. But I've also been out of the loop for a while. I have not competed in this game in a very long time.
Honestly, I've been out of the loop a little bit in America too, because I haven't been able to catch it. Like I didn't even get to see the tournament that Samsora was at. I kind of watched some of the VODs, but I didn't have enough time because I'm doing so much in Japan. But it just, I feel like we talked about this earlier, but I am kind of okay with experimenting with the Steve ban, but it really bothers me whenever you do it at a tournament that's, first of all, really far in the future, which is Let's Make Moves Miami, which was also previously.
Max just wanted to be like, he wanted to be a trailblazer with that shit.
That made no sense to me. Like, it literally made no sense to me because Kola is literally the one that won your last tournament, and you decide to ban the character that he mained after I'm pretty sure they invited him back too. Like, you think he's gonna accept
let's see that Luigi, son.
No, yeah, that's actually pretty dumb. I think he should be allowed to go to that tournament, and I think Steve May should be allowed as well. On top of that, I need to get my revenge on D-Dog because that man beat my ass when I was playing bad, and now I gotta go to a legal Steve tournament, which is seeming like it's gonna be hard to come by, and I don't really want to go to Jersey. We really should just keep with Steve legal.
Yeah. That's what I need to do for Syrup too, because I lost the same time you lost when I was playing bad too. 1 hour of sleep gang.
You lost to Syrup that tournament?
Huh?
You lost to Syrup that tournament?
Yeah, I lost to Syrup Steve.
Oh man, I played Syrup, went game 5 with him, beat him, then I popped off on him in front of his mother.
Yeah, he was never seen again.
His mom popped up on me after he beat me.
Get that nigga. So bad. I'm sure she didn't say that. I'm sure.
So I was like,
she did. No, she didn't.
I was like, I'm so much fucking better than you. And this one was like, dude, he's like 16. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Bro, I hate when people bring up like the dude he's 16 or the dude he's 15. Bro, Spargo's like 15 or 16 , bro.
Spargo's I don't 18.
Time skip.
18 now?
He's 18.
He's 18, bro.
No way, bro.
He's not Peter Pan. He's got to grow up sometime.
My son is Peter Pan. Time out. He's my son, and I'm immortal. 17, okay. Yeah, he's my son, and I'm immortal. So if he's immortal, I wouldn't be surprised. You know. Hey, Termy.
You guys got it. You know, we want things to be immortal. How about our tournaments, right? You want our tournaments to be immortal. So this actually got announced last week. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I thought it was pretty interesting. You know that Freshcut has been, trying to get more and more involved in the Smash scene. They've been making some good strides and doing some really cool shit, and I appreciate that a lot. And they recently just unveiled something that kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So apparently, they're going to be putting like $100,000 of funding into the Smash community throughout the rest of this year, right? And they've appointed Hungrybox as their chief Smash officer to, I guess, decide where this funding is going, further giving Hbox yet another Infinity Stone. So
all of that shit's going to Coinbase.
Yeah,
Coinbox.
I had some thoughts about this, and here it is. I want to preface this because I love Hbox. That's my guy. But how does he keep finding himself in these spots to be the sole decider of these huge things? You know what I mean? And I don't say that in a bad way. I just mean like this motherfucker's really out here just networking. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a great online tournament. He's got a good presence, a good ambassador. It's kind of crazy. I'm actually really interested to know if he's the one who convinced them to go at 100K, or if they were like, well, we'll do 100K anyway, and you help this determine how it's going to get distributed. What are your thoughts on that?
In a community where people have constantly burned to the ground from trying to monopolize us for having yet another person monopolizing us.
Oh, wait, hold on. I wasn't saying that.
I'm not saying it in like a bad way, because Hbox is giving us opportunity, but I just think it's kind of ironic, you know? How does that always happen? It happens pretty fucking often.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, hold on. He's not like a corporate stooge, right? Hbox is from the mud.
No, that's what about Hbox. He's a player. Yeah. So Hbox, like, being the one who's finding these opportunities is the best like thing to happen. I just think it's kind of ironic. It's like how, like you said, he's like the one finding all the opportunities. I think it's kind of ironic how like all the opportunities often go to like one person or like one company or something like that. It's kind of interesting.
It's like Apple.
Like Apple. Hbox is Apple.
Hbox is literally Apple, bro.
Hbox is Apple.
He's carrying us.
Yeah, man. I mean, if he's going to keep giving us opportunities, I'm not going to complain at all. Trust me. I need money. Facts. I'm poor.
I mean, I also feel like Hbox is one of the... I'll say that he's probably one of the most unbiased people. Like, unbiased in the sense of he would not cater towards one community over the other, whether it be Melee or Ultimate, because I feel like he just loves Smash in general, and he'll definitely make sure that both games are eating and not just one over the other, like a lot of other people would and have done for both games. Like, I'll be completely honest, there are definitely Melee players that only care about Melee figures that only want to help Melee, and there are Ultimate figures that only want to help Ultimate, and there are people that want to help both, and Hungrybox is probably one of the better people in the middle ground. Obviously, there are multiple people like that, but he is one of the biggest people that obviously have shown that he has Coinbox that is giving. Obviously, it started in the Ultimate, but he shifted it towards half go to Ultimate, half go to Melee, and obviously he's trying to help both of us. And I do agree with you that it's better for a player because he knows what players want and what players feel and what players need and how to help the community on all levels, I think, whether it be low level, local level, mid level, major level. And I feel like I'm not sure if it's his plan to keep working his way up to make himself credible for, I don't know, maybe he can say, yo, I've done this, Nintendo, so come to me. Let's try this again or something. I don't know. Maybe he like has a master plan or something. But I will say that I wouldn't think he would have so much power to just tell Freshcut, hey, just y'all should throw $100,000. I feel like Freshcut probably had a ballpark about how much they wanted to throw into the Smash community, and they probably trusted Hungrybox based off what he's done in the community to help them distribute where the money goes in the community.
It's interesting because they were at Summit, the Freshcut folks, and we all had dinner with them like that Thursday, I want to say. And they said they had some big plans for the Smash Brothers community, and they really wanted to invest in it. It's Freshcut's always interesting to me because it's like, it's basically a gaming TikTok, right? But I think if it's marketed and presented correctly, like it can really continue to do some good shit. You need some community support behind it. I think that's what they're hedging their bet to. I think Smash has such a strong and large community. Like, yes, if you can get a good percentage of the community on board, you know what I'm saying? You're probably going to do just fine. I think Hbox, maybe being somebody to help take that charge is definitely a W. It's interesting because people we see all these things that Hbox does, right? And he does a lot. Why do you think he still garners like a good majority of hate? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even sure if it's a good majority anymore or if it's just like a vocal minority. Because I'm like, anybody who continually maintains over like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers on Twitch, I don't know how that person is hated. If that's the case, I hope you niggas hate me right now. Show me you can't stand my black ass, please.
Yeah. You got to think about it, though. The more popular they get, the more haters you're going to get as well, because the more known you are. And people like to hate on things. Hbox, especially Hbox is someone who came into our community kind of abruptly, which honestly did a lot of good. But, I mean, there are probably people who hate him just for that. You know, he's a melee player, you know? It's like racism with games. It's stupid.
I mean, I know there are people that just literally hate him for, like, whenever everybody was getting canceled and, like, the streamers, like Nairo stopped streaming on Twitch, like, obviously he didn't, like, say, like, he's gonna... Like, he obviously took advantage of the situation and took the spot that Nairo had, and I know people probably hated him just for that. Obviously, like, there's no hate towards Nairo, but, like, you got to take the opportunity that's given to you.
100%. There was a part where Nairo was dominating the streaming realm of Smash, and Zero was dominating the YouTube realm, doing very good in numbers in YouTube. Nairo wasn't doing bad as well either. They both got canceled around the same time, and the person who picked up the pieces was Hbox. Like you said, it could have been unintentional, but I mean, Jesus Christ, man, he really blew up from it, and it worked out for him. And when it comes to Freshcut as well, it actually is amazing that it is him, and it does work out pretty well, because Freshcut might not know what to do with that money. Like, they're new to our community. They don't know how to really help our community, like, probably. And then you have someone like Hbox, who has been around longer than all of us, who, you know, probably knows exactly what to do. So
yeah, and it's like, that's one of the reasons why I really, really like Freshcut, because it's, even though they're new to the community, they're definitely asking a lot of people, not just like one or two people, like they're asking, I'm pretty sure, a lot of their creators that they're trying to bring onto the platform, like, hey, what can we do for the community? What can we do for you to make you have a better time here, and like help us help you, and help you help us. So it's like a mutual beneficial thing where you're growing us and we're growing your brand, and we're helping the entire community grow as a whole. And I feel like that's probably one of the best reasons why they were talking with or got Hungrybox to be a part of the team, because I feel like Hungrybox knows a lot of the ins and outs of the communities and what the community wants and needs, and they can use Hungrybox to help the community see them in a better light, and just be more beneficial for the community in general. Not just this year, but maybe even next year we'll be able to have even more help from Freshcut if it's very successful.
That's the plan, Sam. That's why you need to follow your boy EE at EEvisu on Freshcut. Yeah. So
we are chilling. Wait, don't we have a? Not yet, I guess.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So look, tournaments, right? They're going to be investing 100,000 into tournaments throughout, right? But what do tournaments need to operate? Not just TOs, not just players. They need commentators. So there was some very interesting discussions the other day about the commentary that was at that CFL event, right? I don't know if you guys heard it or not. You know, at one point somebody mentioned double fisting some mics and putting them in some orifices. Now, me personally, when I listen to commentary sometimes, I don't mind turning my brain off and just laughing my ass off at stuff. CFL is, I think that's a hilarious region. I thought that commentary was insanity, and I personally thought it was funny. How do you guys feel about just over-the-top, outlandish, I don't give a flying bleep commentary sometimes? Well, keep in mind, it was a one-day regional, so there was a talent level was definitely beyond the local, but your thoughts?
Well, how, like, abrupt was it? Because I didn't listen to it at all.
Pretty abrupt.
What? It was abrupt isn't the word. Them niggas was ignorant. It was
Yeah,
inappropriate.
how ignorant was it? Sorry, I meant like abrasive ignorance.
Bro, if I could compare it, I remember saying this out loud while watching it. Because like I said, commentary, I feel like when it's bad, that's when you hear it the most. You're like, that's when you pay attention. You're like, what the fuck is he saying? And when I heard like them speaking, I was like, I think I'm in a Brawl commentary building. Because these guys were just saying the most obliviously dumb shit. And it just didn't make any sense in my head.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
It was. I think all three of them were white too. It's like the white plague or something like
Yep.
that.
The white plague.
That's funny. That's funny. I mean, it's kind of funny because I mean, I feel like it's always gonna be someone's preference because one man's trash is always gonna be another man's treasure. So whether you like it or not, somebody's gonna like it. Okay, well,
I didn't mean.
I feel I'm sorry, brother.
I meant to think that, not say it out loud.
Come to Japan, babe. Come to Japan. I can help you out. Come to Japan. Anyway,
Let me find that treasure.
I feel like one of the more professional. I mean, obviously, I didn't hear it. I don't know how ignorant it was, but I feel like there's obviously been some very, very goofy commentary, and I feel like one of the more goofy commentary duos in the past was D1K Taro, and they were always like pretty outlandish at some point, but like they would always dial it back to talk about the game. And I feel like there should always be some kind of middle ground when you're doing commentary. Like you can't just always teeter towards one side because even when you come to E, you're always like sometimes you make a lot of jokes, but sometimes you're actually talking about the game and talking about what's happening on the screen, not just like making some random bullshit remarks like you do oftentimes. And even when you do, it's always still very funny and it's always very funny to listen to. But if it's something that's overly ignorant the entire time, that's definitely something that I don't think could be at a major level because I feel like that would drive a lot of people away from the game because the way I see it is when you're commentating a major tournament to a lot of viewers, you're trying to keep newer people that are watching engaged and wanting to come watch the next tournament. If you're overly ignorant, I feel like that would push more people away than analytical commentary. That's how I see it.
Interesting. Very interesting. I love getting these thoughts and feedback because I know for a fact the boys down there at CFO are thinking like, we don't care if you're watching on mute as long as you're watching. So I think and they definitely got some even more attention for the event. I told them for sure, like next event, hit me up. I want to come down. I think it'd be a lot of fun to just kind of let loose and stuff like that. So
that's fun.
To let loose.
I mean, it is just a regional event. So
yeah, it was cool.
For regional events, it probably doesn't matter. Like, do whatever your community likes the most.
I actually thought it was really cool that it was a one-day regional too, because I swear all these tournaments don't need to be 3 days.
Look at Japan, bro. Every single tournament is 1 day, except Hungrybox.
Like,
yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Talk to me.
I mean, obviously I didn't do it because I didn't show up to any of these tournaments. I legit thought about flying out to Xanadu 500 and then taking a red eye to the Florida tournament. I didn't do it, but I thought about it.
Wait, so who won Xanadu 500?
I think Icy missed.
Wait, was Tweek not there?
Tweek
no.
Go.
Oh,
I thought about going too until Gimmer was like, I can't pay you.
So you never thought about going?
Left his ass on scene.
So I mean, you never thought about going, don't lie.
Never even considered it. Wait, so the grand finals was Iciness versus Quandel.
Oh, Icy Miz won? Let's go. She used to dominate my sub tournaments back in Smash 4.
Except the one I won.
Oh, true?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And you still never sponsored me, EEsports. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm going to bring it up every single podcast.
I'm
I saw that coming personally.
This is my penance for...
I'm sponsored already. Fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck.
26 Rising, baby. Who do you think gave the seed? Who do you think gave 26 Rising the seed money?
Not you. The heck? You ain't got no money.
Yeah, this guy right here. You're right, bro. Subscribe to that.
Your big account probably is on EE, bro. That's why your name's EE. It's empty. It's eternally empty.
That's OD.
That's depressing, bro. Much like your dating life.
I have been ridiculed, mocked, and embarrassed. And that
Subscribe
is,
to the podcast so that he can get bitches
No,
yes.
and money.
to my kick.
that is fundamentally how we will end this episode. Okay, what great friends I have here, folks. Great friends. God, so good. But you know what? I will say this though. I appreciate you guys giving us elite setups this week. Cosmos, I don't know where you are, but you need to move in, nigga. Like that needs it. That's where you show up from now on. That's where you show up.
If I could live in Japan, I would.
Why the fuck does boy look like he just got out of high school?
They said he like you just got out of high school. See that report card, son?
Like, lose your sponsor,
bro, are you going to the Y? Are you going to the Y? I'll see you there, bro. We gonna ball? We got ball?
So pick up basketball with the boys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
He's down. Let's go.
I'm down.
Pull up.
Oh my god.
You got a couch here
my
anytime.
God.
I keep telling you. I keep telling you. But nah, that was a good episode for sure. Episode 7
sure.
in the books. Light Cosmos holding it down. But you already know the closeout. You know the tradition. Who's gonna do it?
Odd man out.
Odd man
Not
out.
me.
On shoot. Rock, paper. Hold on shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Do
Yeah,
it
go
again. Do it
again.
again. Do it again.
Gotta go again.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What are you doing, Light? Are you delayed?
I did scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You're
Why does he always win?
I mean, I never want to win because I never want to close out.
I want to close out for once in my goddamn.
I always pick Rock, bro. Rock smashes scissors and it rips through paper. It never loses. That's the secret. Nobody knows that. But you guys should know one thing. You need to be following this podcast, bro. Whether you're listening to it live here on Twitch, on YouTube tomorrow, or Spotify. That's right. We do have Spotify now. You need to check it out. And for more bonus content, our Metafy episodes do be popping. We do interviews on there with top players all the time. This upcoming Saturday, we're actually going to have Moist Aaron taking the hot seat and talking about what's going on in his life, his future, and just Smash in general, because Aaron is always a good time. So as per usual, like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibes. And the boys at Lights Out, we'll see you on the next one.
Plug me, brother.
Peace.
Plug me, brother. Plug me, brother.
I go nada.
Hold on. And follow Light on. Go. Take it away.
Follow Light at kick. Jesus, I don't know the at yet. Kick /
Oh my God in heaven.
All right, follow Light at kick.com/lights21. I stream there now, and I will be streaming there very often. We're going for the full time this time. I don't have a life anymore, so I will be streaming, coming up with things to do. And if you look at my bio, it says I will try to make things or something along those lines. I will make things.
Wait. Light streams every day?
My streams every day.
Light streams every day, guys. Follow him
Yo,
on
EE, plug the kick in the chat, please, and thank you. You are the GOAT, and that is where I will be streaming. I will probably start more consistently tomorrow because there's something wrong with my OBS, and I got to figure it out. But yes, sir, that is what I will be doing.
I will leave a link in the description of this video on YouTube so you guys can make sure you do that. And we'll set up a chat command for the next time